Good morning. No trading for me yesterday. Up to visit my ma twice. First, she was out of it. The second one, 6 o'clock, she was far better. A little bit confused. She invited us for potatoes for breakfast tomorrow, which I thought was very nice of her. And she told me I'm having to stay upstairs in our apartment, which is a two-room level apartment. So a little bit confused, but on the mend. It's her birthday today. I'll try to see her early so I can come and do a live stream for you. But if things are organised, then you'll have to excuse me. It's very, very rare I don't do a live stream on a Saturday when I say I will. But I hope you understand the circumstances if I can't get there. I will organise it. I'll put one up. And I hope to be able to make it for 2:30. It's just if my dad is nervous driving. He shouldn't be. He's normally nervous in the evenings. But let's get on to yesterday. No green screens to show you, but I will do what's called retrospective trading, and it's something you should do yourself to build your trading muscles. It's a simple operation. Retrospective trading is just a fancy word of saying, let's look at yesterday's matches and see if there were any trading angles. You can see it's a tricky old coupon yesterday. 2.15 the favourite. Vukovar, newly promoted, getting the 2-0. Thankfully, not playing yesterday. West Brom and Sheffield United, too tough to call. Indeed, the market giving a slight nod towards the Baggies. Why? Because of their recent solid form. Win, draw, win, draw, win, draw, win at home. Sheffield United under Chris Wilder couldn't land a blow yesterday. But when you're playing 2.35 the favourite matches, you shouldn't be playing 2.35 the favourite matches, if you understand. The market can't pick a winner. That's basically what that's saying. It's also saying anything could happen. So you have to really need extenuating circumstances to play this. And we couldn't discount the Baggies, could we, yesterday, because of their home form. Similarly, we couldn't discount Sheffield United in case they come alive under Chris Wilder, scoring 3 goals in each of the last 2 away matches. Angers and Nantes, this was about right, I would say. I did say that I think Angers could keep Nantes to a single goal. They've had 3 clean sheet wins to 0. They did the opening scoring. There's actually no trading angle there yesterday with a lead 1-0 at half-time, as expected, really. And then I shot the Sheriff getting a 60th minute goal to make it 2-0. No great surprises at all yesterday. Nantes are in a whole heap of bother. They really are. If we keep going down, 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 and there they are. So they're going to have to start winning soon. They will even stay bottom 3 with another win. They're getting a little more adrift. Metz, Nantes, and Auxerre. Metz had a really good quick run of 3 consecutive wins. Couldn't follow that up. Nantes been putting in some tidy performances. I did watch the match against Lens, and they were impressive, but they couldn't cross the line. And Auxerre as well. The nearest one to having the ability to get out with a win. But it's going to be, they've got a game in hand as well. Nantes are in all sorts of bother. And that is another way for you to create a short list of teams to follow. Strugglers and teams at the top. And one of the members put in an excellent idea about creating a points system for their league position. I've been doing an app which gives us a checklist of things to look for. Is there pre or post European club competition? Is there pre or post international? Is there a new manager? That kind of thing. Give them a point. And if you get a negative, it's probably not a good trade. That would have worked brilliantly against Celtic v Hearts the other day. French League 2, the only match I would have looked at, would have produced a trade for you, actually. Pau against Amiens. This Pau will be disgusted with. You're at home. This will take you into the semi-final places for the playoffs. But they did get an equaliser. Yes, it came via a penalty, but we'll take that as traders if you took on Amiens. Don't forget, as a trader, it's not the final result. It's what happens in play. I think that's absolutely key to your success. We've got matches wrong in the past, completely wrong. But Feyenoord the other day, 4-3 loss, but went from 0-1 to 1-2 by half time. So cashing out here would have produced the profit for you. Indeed, you would have had between 57 and 90th minute to cash out. So I hope in that block, if you played, you would have cashed out. But this is a gutter for Pau, to be honest. Calbui is not on their Christmas card list, that's for sure. Just that little aberration now is putting them all the way down here, where it would have put them all the way up here. That's how important that penalty could be in the final scheme. If you can get yourself into that top 5 berth, particularly in the German Bundesliga, I think it's only 3 or 4 places. It's even more urgent. So Pau would have got you a trade. Guinkamp, always check your red cards out as well. It looks as if, depending on the timing of the red card and the reaction of the other team, that's what you're looking for. Union Berlin and Leipzig. Well, again, look at the market. We could have made an argument for Leipzig, and we could have made an argument for Sheffield United, but look at the market, 2.35 the favourite, 2.35 the favourite. Why on earth are Leipzig not odds on here with that form they've been having recently? It's because they've been a touch of single goal itis away from home. They have been keeping clean sheets. This is a far better performance from Union Berlin. But yet again, if you were taken by my argument for Leipzig, we'd have got a trade out of it, wouldn't we? Albeit, you'd have had to be Speedy Gonzalez to get from the 57th minute 1-0 to Union Berlin to the 60th minute. And what a welcome for Gomez, substituted 58th, scoring the goal, 60th. Had you been able to get on there, that's your trade. But then the 64th minute, it would have all been taken away from you. So, tricky one. And that's just the icing on the cake. I think this match, probably that's the most accurate scoreline here. This is just grabbing it late. I don't know why on earth they persist with Timo Werner. He couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo, that bloke. He's not a striker, is he? Let's be honest. He's not an Erling Haaland. So another 2.35 the favourite. That's why I warn you about these odds. You can make as solid an argument as you like for the likes of Leipzig and the likes of Sheffield United based on both teams scoring plenty of goals. But then the market with 2.35 the favourite is telling you it ain't that straightforward. Sorry. Lecce and Pisa. Well, Pisa away from home, 3 consecutive 2-2s. This is an excellent result for Lecce. Was it another one of those 0-0s at half-time? Indeed it was. It's a difficult one to unpack this because they're both in the bottom end of the table. Pisa have been doing their 2-2s, etc. against better sides. But Lecce, look at that, the difference. You take 3 away from that, and they're just above the relegation zone. So, arguably, a lay the draw second half, I would suggest. That 2-2 wouldn't have come in. Stulik could be saving Lecce's season. So this reverted to type for Pisa. Normally, this is what you see at home for Pisa. You can lay over 0.5 goals at the start of the match, then lay the draw second half for a free punt. So this is much changed for Pisa because they were meeting 4th bottom. Any other matches on the Friday? And I did just have that niggle about the coupon, didn't I? It was, as I suggested, a typical Friday coupon. The Dutch Eredivisie, if you went over 2.5 goals, both teams to score, we were so close. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the 9 matches, finishing both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. Just a bit of fun on a Friday, that. But if you'd have done it in permutations, ka-ching. Ever so close. I've had 1 or 2 of these come in. But just a nice bit of fun on a Friday. Low stakes. This was a potential play as well. Ayr and St Johnstone, if you're following the newly relegated sides in the lower tier. 2-0 lead for Ayr. Good entry point, isn't it? I've warned you about this before. Really good entry point, particularly very early on. How many minutes have you got left? 76, if my Carol Vorderman maths is correct. 76 minutes left. St Johnstone. This is a top four clash, but this is a typical side who've been relegated and are dominating the lower tier. Well worth putting on your shortlist. I really hope one or two of you picked this out. Do let me know in the comments if you did, because you'll have had a really nice payday, and you'll have to stick McPake in your Christmas card list, that's for sure. And Fotheringham, hello. That's Mr. Fotheringham. He's getting a lit girl, rather nice. He's probably got one of those waxed moustaches, the old Fotheringham. Fantastic stuff from Mr. Fotheringham with his waxed moustache. Probably a Spitfire pilot back in the day before he became a professional footballer, old Fotheringham. Fantastic stuff. Well done, Fotheringham. So that was a potential play there in the Championship. Real Sociedad and Girona. Well, a rare 2 goals for Girona against 1.75 Sociedad. But would there have been a trade? I don't think so myself. With a 35th minute lead for Real Sociedad, that pretty much tidied that one up. Wouldn't have played that late draw either. This is the angle. If I think Girona score first, that would have been our potential play. But vital points for Girona. You can see where they are. And indeed, you can see where Sociedad are now. See the difference that 3 points would have made for Sociedad all the way up to top 10. So these are becoming vital, and this is becoming a worry. 3 consecutive defeats. We were concerned that they had a couple of 3-2s at home. So they're scoring and they're conceding in equal measure. So that was it yesterday. Let's have a look through today's trading angles. To be wary of the market, 2.35, but Vejla tending to be a good over 2.5 goal team. Copenhagen and Esbjerg, just make sure there is no upcoming Europa League. I don't think so. This is Cup Day, and I will be out on Tuesday, I'm afraid. But it is Cup Day, so you're not going to be missing anything. All right. Don't think there's any Champions League, so Copenhagen should revert to form. And it looks like a cup week. And we've got to be very careful now as we enter the end of December that we've got the international, we've got the African Cup of Nations, which will impact hugely. I'll be doing a blog post on that for you, just to remind you which teams might be affected by that international, the African Cup of Nations. Premier League, Chelsea and Everton. Tricky one to discount Everton, isn't it? It's post-Europe for Chelsea. Everton are on a wonderful run of clean sheet wins to 0. So in that regard, it's very difficult to unpack. Liverpool at 1.7 is another Christmas cracker joke, that's for sure. Couldn't trust them as far as I could throw them, to be perfectly honest. Got a great win against Inter Milan. I think it was on Napoli midweek. That Soboslai penalty. He has been the standout star. And indeed, who was that bloke with the mini afro? I can see his face now. He ran the match, basically, midweek. Not going to be looking at this one as a trade at all. Very untrustworthy, but goals should be expected if it's 0-0 at half-time. Burnley and Fulham. Fulham at evens away from home. Tells you the story. Burnley ain't fancied. This lot of evens away with their away form, it spells trouble. 6 consecutive defeats now for Burnley. Fulham, though, are awful away. 4 consecutive away defeats ended with that win against Tottenham. An interesting match. Maybe or will Burnley try to target Fulham with that poor away form. Arsenal and Wolves is going to be, I think, a carbon copy of Man United and Wolves, where that Wolves pattern of 0-0s at half-time, getting to the 60th plus minute, is probably going to end. And they ain't going to be scoring against the Arse, that's for sure. Absolutely superb side. Championship, League 1, League 2, as you know, we deal predominantly with the odds-on favourites to start with. Coventry are back at being the kind of side we expect to win easily. So stick that in your notebook. I think on 3 consecutive occasions at odds-on, they have conceded the first or even the second goal and gone on to win the matches. Major focus really on the elite leagues. I wouldn't be putting French Ligue 1 as an elite league, to be honest. My elite leagues Premier League, Bundesliga, Italian SerieA, Spanish La Liga. But Paris Saint-Germain and Metz, you've already seen where Metz are in the league, right down bottom basement. This should be a comfortable evening for PSG, who were, let's face it, very poor against Atletico Bilbao in the Champions League. That was disappointing indeed. Moving down to the Bundesliga, Mönchengladbach cannot be discounted with their impeccable, sudden change in form recently. It really is something to behold. It does suggest new managers. Win, 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 draw, win is the form we focus on, not the form prior to all this, because it just suggests, as I say, something has happened within the team. Could be a new defensive coach, could be a new attacking coach, but something has clicked with Mgladbach, and you can't be discounting them at the moment. Eintracht Frankfurt against Augsburg. Well, it seems to be when you're odds on against Augsburg, you tend to get the win. Hoffenheim 1.67, 3-1 win. Eintracht Frankfurt looking pretty good at the moment. Only 2 losses for Frank came since the 27th of September, came against Bayern Munich and Leipzig. So that is good form. Augsburg, I don't think they're going to land a blow, to be honest. That win against Leverkusen, scrub that one off. It was pre-Champions League Leverkusen, and it was priced in. Hoffenheim, watch out, 1.67. Remember what they did to Augsburg, scored 3 goals. So you're going to be expecting a goal before halftime. Hamburger have been in brilliant form at home, keeping their fans delighted with a couple of battling consecutive wins. But this could be both teams to score, with the Hoff running away with it with 2 or 3 goals. St. Pauli and Heidenheim. St. Pauli ended that horrific losing run with a 1-1 draw recently. They are odds on today, which tells you all you need to know about Heidenheim. They are pants. Bayer Leverkusen, returning to odds on status post-Champions League, shouldn't be distracted by newly promoted FC Köln, who might themselves get a goal. Italian SerieA, Torino and Cremonese. Guess who got Player of the Month last month? Jamie Vardy from Cremonese. So watch out. This could be a fascinating match. Torino, very defensively led. Only 2 wins for Torino. These 2 aren't to be trusted. It's all a matter of whether Jamie Vardy is up for it and gets the service. Parma against Lazio. I would be favouring Lazio, who seem to be renewed this season. This is where the challenge table comes in this Parma match. Tells you a story, doesn't it? Parma are here, Lazio are here. Look where Lazio are doing all of their good work against the bottom half. Look where Parma are cocking things up against all of the teams above them in the league. That picks itself, doesn't it? Only the 5 wins all season. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But 2 consecutive away wins. Oh no, it can't be 2 consecutive away wins. 2 consecutive wins. So they're looking in decent nick, Lazio, and I would expect of them today. Parma did score that second goal once. You can see up there, but that's a rarity, isn't it? Atalanta and Cagliari. Atalanta, awful, but better in the Champions League. Again, the challenge table might show you something. This is the quickest way to ascertain form lines, isn't it? A quick look at the challenge table. Atalanta are at home, and you can see against teams below them in the league at home, 4-1, 1-1, 2-0, unbeaten. Cagliari start coming alive against the teams just below Atalanta. And indeed, they're unbeaten against Udinese and lower. So we might see a both teams to score pattern here today. It's all a matter of who scores the second goal, because Cagliari have done it twice. This is a very poor season for Atalanta. It does suggest to me the European club competition is affecting their form. SPL, no, not playing today. Yes, it is. Not for me. Hearts have been bitterly disappointed. We got that win against Celtic, taking advantage of a pre-European Celtic. La Liga, Atletico Madrid at home have to be backed. It's as simple as that. Barcelona at home have to be backed. Simple as that. The other 2 matches, look at the market. 2.7 and 2.6, the favourite. No room for XG analysis today, but it will be part of the package for members. Please do subscribe. I will be doing, I hope, a live stream today, but if I don't do one, my apologies in advance. My mother does come first, particularly at her age and under her circumstances. I hope you'll all understand. You've all got Mars yourself. You know what I'm talking about. If there is a live stream, I will get on Telegram and tell you about it, members. Have a great day, and I hope to see you a little bit later.